Hello everyone and welcome to today's class. Today we're going to be discussing parts of speech under the English language. Now we're going to look at the meaning of parts of speech and we're going to enumerate some of the major parts of speech that we have in the English language, and then we're also going to discuss one of the major parts of speech. So when we talk about parts of speech, what exactly are we talking about? Parts of speech simply means the different grammatical families which words belong to. In a language, words are used to do different things, and words are broken down into different grammatical categories based on what we use them to do. So there are those words we use to express actions, there are those words we use to give tag or label to things, there are those words we use to modify or supply more information, there are those words we use to connect two or more sentences together. All of these words are broken down into different families or different categories based on the work that they perform in a sentence. That is exactly what parts of speech is all about. The different grammatical families into which words are broken based on the role they perform in a given sentence. Alright, and there are about 8 major parts of speech in the English language. You talk about noun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction, interjection, and pronoun. Nouns are naming words. They are words we use to give name to things, people, places, ideas. Okay, so whenever you want to give a label or a title or a name to something, you use a noun. Alright, verbs, as most of us know, some people say that verbs are action words, but I want you to understand that verbs are not used to express action alone. Verbs can be used to talk about state of existence, verbs can be used to show possession or ownership, and then verbs of course are used to express action. Whenever you want to tell someone what you are doing at a particular point in time, you use a verb to express your action. And then we talk about adverb and adjectives. Adverb and adjectives are modifiers. However, the difference between them is that an adjective is used to modify a noun, while an adverb is used to modify a verb, an adverb, or an adjective. I take that again. I said an adjective and an adverb are both modifiers. And to modify means to tell more or supply more information. That is what the word modify means in grammar. To tell more or supply more information. Adjectives supply more information about nouns. They modify nouns, while adverbs modify verbs, adverbs, and adjectives. An adjective modifies only one thing, a noun. An adverb modifies 3 things: adverb, verb, and adjective. Alright, and then we talk about preposition. A preposition is a word that is used to show the relation between 2 or more nouns in a given sentence. A preposition is also called a positional word. Prepositions are also called positional words because we use them to show the position of a person or an object at a given point in time. Without the use of prepositions, it will be impossible for you to give direction. So when you use words like in, on, at, from, by, to, all of those words help you to give the position of an object or a person. That is why prepositions are called positional words. So I said that prepositions are words that are used to show the relation between 2 or more nouns in a given sentence at every point in time. You talk about a conjunction. Conjunction is a word that is used to link 2 or more sentences or 2 or more words. An example of conjunction is and. Okay, you can talk about Obi and Ada. So you can see that the word that is linking Obi and Ada there is and. Okay, you can talk about I called and you answered. So the word that is linking I called and answered is what? And. Alright, so that's a conjunction. A conjunction is a linking word. It is used to link 2 or more words or 2 or more parts of a sentence. You can talk about interjection. Interjections are words that you use to express emotion. You talk about oh, wow, all of those words are words that express or convey emotion. They do not really have any meaning in themselves. They just use them to express emotion. They are emotional sounds that we make at a particular point in time. You talk about pronoun. A pronoun is a substitutional word. A pronoun is a word used instead of a noun in order to avoid unnecessary repetition of those nouns. Now, if I make a sentence like Obi is a boy, Obi is 12 years old, Obi is a Nigerian, Obi lives in Lagos State. If you notice in that sentence, you will see that the noun Obi appeared severally. And this is not very healthy for a sentence. Therefore, in order to avoid this unnecessary repetition, it becomes necessary to have a word that can substitute the noun in that sentence. So those words we use to substitute nouns in a given sentence in order to avoid our unnecessary repetition of those nouns are called pronouns. Okay, so these are the 8 major parts of speech. Now, some people classify article as a part of speech, some people don't. The reason is because articles are determiners, and determiners basically perform the function of adjectives. A determiner is a word that is attached to a noun and supplies more information as to the sense in which that noun is being used. When you talk about determiners, you talk about words like a boy, an apple, the house. Okay, all of those words are determiners. A determiner is a word that when you attach it to a noun, determiners normally go with nouns. When you attach a determiner to a noun, it gives you more information as to the sense in which you are talking. Are you talking in a singular sense? Are you talking in a plural sense? Are you talking in a specific or unspecific sense? So let's now begin to look at these individual parts of speech. But before we do that, I want you to take note of 3 important points. The number 1 point I want you to take note of is that every single word in the English lexicon, every single word in the English vocabulary, okay, belongs to a particular part of speech. Every word in the English vocabulary belongs to a part of speech. Just like human beings on the face of the earth, every single human being belongs to a particular biological family. That is the same way every single word in the English vocabulary belongs to a particular grammatical family. Those grammatical families that words belong to are what we call parts of speech. And then point number 2, words are flexible. And because they are flexible, they can migrate from one part of speech to another. For example, you can see a word that is traditionally a noun functioning as an adjective in a given instance. For example, I go to school. School is a noun because it is the name of a place where I go. However, I can also tell you I have a school bag. In that second sentence, school is an adjective because it is modifying the noun bag. Okay, so just understand that English words are flexible, and because they are flexible, they can migrate or they can be used as more than one part of speech in different sentences. Which brings us to point number 3, contextual meaning. Contextual meaning of a word is simply the meaning of that word as used in a given sentence. And because words are flexible and they can migrate, it is important that we understand how they are used in different contexts. Okay, if you understand this, you will be able to do well in synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms and antonyms are basically testing your understanding of the contextual meaning of words as they are used in particular sentences. So that is why in various examinations, they will always ask you, give the opposite of this word as used in the sentence, or give the nearest meaning of this word as used in the sentence. Meaning, the way this word is used in this context, what do you think can replace it? Okay, so that's basically, so it is very important that you understand contextual meaning. I said contextual meaning is the meaning of a word that's used in a given sentence. In a sentence, a word can mean one thing different from what you originally know it to mean.